What is up, YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and we are back with some more Route 2. Once again, grinding along. As you can see, we're not actually killing. I had the game closed. You can see my combo is super low, so I don't really have the damage to actually push any farther or anything. We did come to a stop. I just had to close out of the browser and restart my computer and stuff, so it kind of exited out of everything. But nonetheless, let's hop in and get to an ascension. We'll go over kind of what happened. I did not get many runs in today like I was hoping. I was hoping we'd do a lot better run-wise, but that didn't go well. You can see I did apply most of these earlier. We pushed a tad bit farther, but we'll go over that after. Let me get all these allocated real quick. So we'll hop into saving this. Save it under that file. Bam. And then here we go. Let's start importing this. Let's get all these transferred. We should have a fairly, say this should be a really good jump, which it looks like it's gonna be already. As we went up quite a bit. Yeah, that's much bigger of a jump than we've been getting, which is nice to see. Meaning this is gonna get pretty far, I'd assume. I think we'll be able to carry this quite a bit. I mean, that's going up 141 zones. It's 142. I lied. That's 142. That doesn't really matter. It's not really going to change anything. I don't know what you are. You're 136. The game's going to end up thinking these caps soon with this calculator, I believe. I think there is one that's like unrestricted on that, but I forget what it is. I think that was 2 more, right? Yeah, 3 and then 142. Should look at like the next couple, but what was that, Dora? Yeah, so we just need to get the last 2. 143 and 138. Okay. I don't know why that's so low, but this was, I think that, and then you were actually 38. Not that high. Okay, cool. Make sure we're getting these correct. I don't want to mess up on this. It does make a pretty big mess of the run if you import these 2 wrong. So we kind of had a fairly decent sized mess up before. I do think next ascension we're gonna start time lapsing. It may not be the absolute perfect time to be time lapsing. Is that what we're supposed to be left with? No. Again, I feel like I missed something, but I definitely didn't. Is it just off? Did I import something twice? Those all are the same. We just imported you. You should be what you are. Juggernaut. Yep. And then that's right. And then these 2. Yeah. That's everything unless we missed one of the little guys. Chronos. No, that's right. Yeah, it's just straight up off. Which is okay. It's alright, it's not really a big deal. I could level these up to probably like 800, but I'm not going to do it yet. We'll wait till next run before we level those. But anyway, we're doing really well on rubies. I obviously do want to get more auto clickers and whatnot, but I think they're at the point where time-lapsing, even like it, honestly, to save me a little bit of time, so I can get multiple runs in a day. I mean, I definitely could have gotten 2 runs in today rather than just this one, but with the way my days go, unless it's the weekend that I'm kind of home on the weekends, I'm not really going to make progress. And this was not this is, during the week when this is being recorded. I know it's getting uploaded on the weekend, but you get what I mean. It's rough. I don't have the time because of how fast you can actually progress in this game to make it happen. So I think we are going to start wasting some rubies. We've been going a lot slower than I technically could be, like optimally. We could definitely be going a lot faster than we are. And I honestly think right off the bat, I'm just going to energize golden clicks and pop an auto clicker on it if I didn't miss. Where are you? Bam. So that'll keep golden clicks up all the time, and really I just want to get lucky strikes kind of up all the time too, as that'll be really beneficial to have with an auto clicker basically on it, because it lasts for 20 minutes and the cooldown's 13 minutes. So if I leave an auto clicker on it, it'll always refresh it. So it's an infinite skill, and with as many auto clickers you can get in Route 2, that's awesome. You also want to set an energized one on Clickstorm, because Clickstorm will energize gives you 2 auto clickers basically, so you're doubling your auto clickers by doing that. And that works for this main game too, for people that aren't quite super far in. If you have 1 auto clicker and the way this goes is basically as if the length of the skill lasts longer than the cooldown, you can technically make it happen until your skills are kind of like my main game is. It doesn't have to be that excessive, but until they can last 12 hours or something and make it useful. At that point, when they're lasting 12 plus hours, you really don't need them on these, or even 6 hours, depending on how much you can be around. I mean, some people could get away with a 2-hour thing if they're on their computer a lot while they're playing, but that kind of hopefully clears some of that up. But yeah, that was not a very efficient run. I mean, that's probably one of our longest. I mean, this This whole thing's been taking forever. And you see, we're like right there. We're almost double the time. That shows how much I've really just been playing. Same Ascension's in. We just really haven't been playing. But we're doing really well. I mean, we're going to be pushing very far on this. I mean, these are all... Actually, I don't know what we're going to actually push to. My board definitely wasn't high enough, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I did not level board up high enough. Which is definitely going to come back to bite us. But it's okay. I mean, we're already claiming 600. And what do we have? Like, it's already, I think we had 600. Yeah, we had like 600. So we're basically doubled it already. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't even know if I'll be up, honestly, to get into Terra. I'll try to stay up for Atlas, as I don't think that's too much farther. Yeah, we'll get Atlas, but there's no way I'm actually gonna be up till Terra. So we might as well move these over to our boy Atlas now. The weekend is coming up at the time of this recording, though. So hopefully, if I don't do a ton throughout the weekend, we'll be able to get some crazy good progress. Sadly, it's not at the beginning of the Transcendence, though. I'm hoping to maybe. Again, I really don't want to do the math. What is every 500 zones that monster per zone goes down? I forget what it was at max, but you got to think we are still being able to level up our Kuma, and we could technically, kind of almost drop another 100 levels into it. Not quite. I don't know what 100 levels would do for us, but we could level it up more. Actually, yeah. I mean, it'd be relatively close. What is each one doing? It's adding not even a full 1. So, I mean, they're not doing a ton for it, but it doesn't technically have a max in this, I don't believe. I think it'll always be effective, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's all the skills, or all the, yeah, all the ancients here. Pretty sure all of them will just keep going and going and going. But I do think it'll be worth throwing some stuff into our idle guys to start time-lapsing. Even if, like, I'm putting, like, a really small portion into them. For 70K zones, if we get an 8-hour or 2 kind of in there, that even if they do, like, you know, 12 or 20K each, I really don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to say first one does 20K and the next one does, like, you know, 9K or something. That's still 30K zones basically out of the way, helping me grind a lot faster. As it does take a while to get through that many zones nonetheless. I mean, it's still a lot of hours of just idling. I mean, I want to say like 60K zones is somewhere around like 8 hours. I forget exactly, but what is it? Every 7K zones is an hour? Is that what it is? I think 7K zones is an hour. I might be wrong on that, but I think it's somewhere around there. So, I mean, it you know, it takes a while. So, yeah, I mean, that would make like 60K zones 8 hours-ish. A little more, I think, but I used to know. I mean, it really doesn't matter. The point is it takes a while, and if I can cut out 30K zones roughly, or however many I'm going to actually be able to do with the time-lapsing, that would be nice. And we do have a little bit in here, which will help our nog out, so we'll just leave all auto-clickers off, and hopefully it does something. I just feel like these definitely were done a bit wrong. I think my board needed to be higher, because you don't really need a lot of this other stuff going, I feel like, to keep it super efficient. I feel like the main game, but I thought in this you were able to keep it all efficient. I thought that was the difference, but I could be wrong. I can't wait to get farther into the game to experiment with it. Again, it's just a matter of sitting down and actually playing it out and kind of progressing at that point. I don't think 20 Borb is going to be enough. I really don't. Because that's going to cut down. Oh, there's a little bit actually added another monster per zone, which is kind of funny. That's interesting. It just went down, actually. We just hit that point. So we added an extra like 500 zones on with those 2 levels. So, I mean, we'll see. I don't know what exactly we're going to push to. It's hard to, like, think about, because everything moves down a little bit every 500 zones. I'm going to have to check back next time. Next video, we'll look at max and just kind of see where we're at. Be able to kind of pan it out. I think it's the same in this game. They may have changed. No, it's got to be every 500. It's got to be every 500. But, I mean, even if we're killing 2 monsters a zone or 3, we can push a little bit into that. It's just, we're really looking to get a crazy ton of Ancient Souls this run and make a pretty big difference. Hopefully get our Transcendent power up quite a bit. As once you start getting your Transcendent power up, that's when you really start noticing a difference and really start making some differences. And I think that doesn't have a max in this either. I'm pretty sure they removed a cap on Transcendent power. I actually was talking to a couple people, and I believe like the cap in this is like a couple billion zones before you actually would technically break the game, and you could technically go by that, but Cook Your Heroes, I guess, like zone wise, it would actually break getting up to that point, and obviously it would take way too long for any human to actually play till that. But even though you don't have all the heroes in here, we only go up to Oh man, without seeing the name, now I'm throwing myself off. Oh boy, on the spot. Man, I'm gonna mess it up. But nonetheless, to get to the last hero, Sid, basically, is what it is. For anyone who doesn't know, hasn't been watching the series too long, obviously. If anyone remembers talking about that. But anyways, it gets down to our hero soul, or Sid here. I guess you can just continuously push and push and push. As it gets like a really high multiplier, like every 25 levels, I think is what it does. So it's just, you can continuously keep going and keep quick ascending on and on and on and on. And eventually you'll obviously have to transcend to get your monsters per zone down, but then you can just go do it again and build back up and repeat. I am curious to see what the later game is going to look like in this, and honestly, within like the next month, it will probably be really late game, as I do plan to put in some pretty big grindy work into this. Again, this is like my side focus. Obviously, my main clicker hero stuff is still my main go-to. I do enjoy the main game a hell of a lot more than this, but this is fun. I mean, this is just too fast. I mean, for people getting into clicker heroes, I would highly not recommend Route 2. Unless you have a really, I mean, if you're playing an idle game, you can't really have a small patience or anything. But the main game is a lot more balanced and in depth, and maybe not in depth, but it's hard to explain without getting into like major detail about what I like about this. I mean, I don't want to bash this because this is fun. I mean, I enjoy Route 2, but I don't want to like bash it. Just the main game's better. That's all I'm trying to say with that. But nonetheless, I think that's pretty much it. No replacements, I don't think, on these guys. You guys may know. I'm just highlighting them so you can see. I don't think I've replaced any of them, though, since we've last been around. I haven't really sent anyone on quest. Do we have anyone to send out? You got this. I guess we'll go on the 5. We don't really need 5-minute quests on this. We'll have some coming in, but so maybe we'll have a replacement next episode. But anyways, hope you guys are enjoying. If so, please smack the like button, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.